Hello, y'all. I did a live on the Charlie Kirk situation, and I did a reaction to Miss Lowell's video, and she was expressing that Charlie Kirk is awful or whatever. So the thing is, in the algorithm, once you start watching videos on a certain subject matter, and once you start doing that, it will automatically start bringing up other videos. It just will automatically, no matter what. So so that is actually what happened, y'all. So remember, I said this in my video when I did the reaction that I watched Miss Lowell for some years now. I've never found anything on her content that was inaccurate, and I stuck to that. Um, I'm also going to be creating a playlist saying I am like DNA, which means I will be using my prophetic gift more, just my ability to intuitively and based on facts. The good thing about me, I will align my intuition with facts, and I'm 99.9% accurate. So in that live, Miss Lowell was saying that Mr. Charlie Kirk was awful. Now, I came across this video because, like I said, it will bring up more of his videos. So even though my intention was not to really watch or pay attention to him, at least the Lord sent me something to let me know why Black women in the United States do not like this man. And this is what I found. So listen to this, y'all.
Be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot. So whenever
You hear what he says? He says, you have to go steal a white person's slot. He's talking to a Black woman. So he calls a job a white person's slot. This is what Charlie Kirk calls a job. It's a white person's slot. So, and a lot of people have not seen this clip. I watched many videos, even on Ringo TV, and it doesn't have this information in it. And I don't even know if Ringo TV was to hear this, if he would think it's necessarily racist. But Charlie Kirk, in his own words, because when I did my live about Charlie Kirk, I had people coming in my live, and I'm gonna name that video at some point. It's in my. You just go watch my lives over the last 2 weeks. I did a live, and people was in my live saying he didn't say that, he didn't dislike Black people, he didn't say this. But like I told y'all, Miss Lowell, I've watched this lady for years. There's been nothing on her channel that was inaccurate. And in that live that I did, I posted her video in the description box. So thank you so much for the like, y'all. And Alexandria Zarito, or Zarita. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for the smiley face. So yeah, this is about the Charlie Kirk situation, and I'm not on here to bash him. I said in that live, I'm not a fan of Charlie Kirk's. He was never someone I'm following. I still don't think the best way to handle him is to shoot him in the neck. Okay, I just don't think that that's the best way to do it. I mean, I don't look at him as a Hitler. But when he's being called a racist, which is not really what I called him, I definitely knew intuitively that he was a white supremacist. And whether you realize it or not, a white supremacist is much different than a racist. Because I can be a Black supremacist, right? I just could. It just means you are making a conscious choice to take care of your race, people that connect to your DNA. And in the process of doing that, when you're a supremacist, you may intentionally or unintentionally leave other races out. But what makes Charlie Kirk in some sense dangerous is, see, when you live in a country, no matter what race you are, you have to survive. And so Charlie Kirk In this video that I'm going to be reacting to, I can say a couple of things. He's disrespecting his elders, okay, which is this elder of his, this black lady, and I will be putting this video in the description box. So listen to this, y'all.
Taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot.
So whenever anybody tells you and tries to gaslight you into thinking that Charlie Kirk was not a racist, I want you to pull up this video.
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know.
Listen.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to.
You hear that? He's talking to black women. He's saying that you don't have the brain processing power to be taken really seriously. This is what he says. This is how he's talking to black women. And see, it's something going on, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all what the Lord is doing. The Lord is stepping in these situations. I never compared him to Dr. Martin Luther King. I never compared him to John F. Kennedy. Okay. And in my live, I said this is why. Charlie Kirk should not be compared to John F. Kennedy. And this is why. Charlie Kirk did not leave a legacy of being a cheater. And I mean cheating on his wife. See, I'm one of those people, right is right, wrong is wrong. Let's not compare him just because he got shot. It's not right to compare this man to John F. Kennedy. And also, to be fair to John F. Kennedy, our prior president that was killed, John F. Kennedy also did not get on TV and get on the internet, because it was no internet at the time. So John F. Kennedy never got on TV and said that black women don't have the brain power, or however way Charlie Kirk just worded this. So they're two different type of white men, right? One white man was a cheater, which was John F. Kennedy. Charlie Kirk was not a cheater. And Charlie Kirk openly insults black women. And this is a clip of it. But I stood up for Miss Lowell in my live. I had already said in my live that that woman could be trusted. And I stood on that. Because I am like DNA. I'm 99.9% accurate. I didn't need to hear him say it. Miss Lowell heard it. And she's a trustworthy and credible source. Bottom line. And this is proof of it. This is what the Lord brought on my notifications. Or in the algorithm. This is what came. I'm going to finish playing it. And I will play it more than once. That way you get the glimpse of what he's saying. Because when it's a short video, a video that's under 1 minute or more, you won't fully get the glimpse of it.
Saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know.
Listen.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot.
And he did that nasty white man sarcastic face when he said it. So, in this sense, he has that narcissistic sarcasm, that little evil, that body language that says he means it from his soul, right? So that that nastiness in this. Now his other videos, I watched some of his other videos, short clips of it. I wasn't a Charlie Kirk fan, so I'm not just gonna start watching him unless it's gonna be to be beneficial to my channel. Because regardless of the brain power that he think black women ain't got, he shot in the neck, right? Horrible thing. But even on this small channel, I'm still here. So see, I would have had enough brain power to know I'm gonna get shot that day. Okay, that's how much brain power I got. The Lord would have said, don't you go to that event, Irene. So he the one ain't got no brain power. He had some intuition that something wasn't right. He was praying to Jesus and all kind of stuff. but still too silly to know not to take his behind out there. If he got so much brain power, why don't he do his speeches in a bulletproof chamber? Why don't he be behind a bulletproof wall? Since he's so smart and he got so much brain power, right? Nobody has all the brain power, is my point. Whether it be Charlie Kirk, me, or any other black person. But that's okay. At his memorial, I didn't see no black people there. Even Candace Owens did not go because she didn't feel it was safe to go. The way they're smearing her name and stuff. But Candace Owens is still right back on the Turning Point employee list. She's still right back on there because Erica Kirk placed her back on the employee list. You know, he don't think black women had a brain power, but to be honest, Candace Owens is still a black woman, even though she's married to a white man. As a black woman, she's advocating to solve his murder and to figure out what's all really behind it more than his own white wife is. Candace Owens is using all kind of brain power because Charlie Kirk expressed that Candace Owens is his friend and he cared about her. But at the same time, on another video, he still devalues her work, saying that he doesn't agree with all her views, talking about Candace Owens. So he still had to publicly get on TV and express that. And I'll find that video too and put it in the description box. I'll add that video right to this description box too. So within like 30 minutes of doing this live, I'll have those videos up as well. But listen to this, y'all. Listen. And again, thank you so much for the like. And let me see, I got another comment. Hello, Mr. Andrew, the animator. Loves logos a lot, 2025. Hello, thank you so much for tuning into the live. So listen to Charlie Kirk. And this is why when I did that live and I did the reaction on Miss Lowell, I stood on what I believed. Because intuitively, I knew that she would not be saying he was awful. And that's what I love about being intuitive and having a prophetic gift. I already knew what I was doing. I knew that I wasn't going to be wrong on that video. And like I told people that was in the live, I don't need to hear him say it. Miss Lowell already heard him say it. But look, now I'm hearing him say it. I already knew he said it. I didn't have to hear it. The Lord said he said it. Listen.
We would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know.
Listen.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, particularly in higher education.
And she kind of stuttered, you know, this black sister, her nerves are kind of bad. And a beautiful chocolate sister. And Charlie Kirk is going to kind of make fun of her stuttering. See, stuff like that. See, this is the problem with stuff like that. She ain't never did nothing to him. So he's mistreating and abusing this chocolate sister, and she ain't never did nothing to him. It's just not right. This part of Charlie Kirk's personality is very nasty. You could watch my videos. You probably could say, well, that part of her personality, I don't like that. But see, he's coming for somebody that ain't never did nothing to him. This lady is his elder. But he don't have any respect for this black woman. And this is why Miss Lowell was saying that he has a nasty personality. This is what she was saying. And I'll go try to find that video and see if I could put that in the description box as well. So I'll go within 30 minutes. I'll come up with videos and I'll just be adding them to the description box so you can see it. And I'm going to be creating some Charlie Kirk playlists. So listen to this, y'all. Listen to how he talks about black women. I knew they wasn't lying. All these black women ain't saying he talked bad about them. I didn't have to hear it. They already heard it. Compare his death to Kevin Samuels. How Kevin Samuels was always telling black women they gonna die alone, they too overweight, and not really trying to fully help them. You know, I talk about weight on this channel, but it's to bring awareness so you can get healthier, lower your blood pressure, and it's not to talk about you like you ugly and stuff like that. I bring up weight on this channel, but it's in a healthy way, so you'll live out all your years. Kevin Samuels just did it in an abusive way. Charlie Kirk, from my perspective, he has a little abusive personality in him. And this is why when you see his white wife coming out saying a wife is not she named 3 things. A wife is not a servant. A wife is not a whatever, a bookkeeper, however she worded it. You saw it. A wife is a helper. A wife is not a servant, because she's married to this misogynist. Because this is the thing with a male, y'all. This nasty face and the way he looks and acts, and the way he talks about black women, he's done it to his white wife. She has to live with him, right? So I know for sure, I'm going to prophesize this to you. Whatever way a man is acting, whatever way or nature that he shows you, that's the way he's treating his family at home as well. He's not abusing people publicly, because that's what he's doing. He's abusing black women publicly. And then he's not going home to his white wife acting like Jesus, y'all. He's not acting like Jesus. No, he's not doing that. So listen to him. This is Mr. Charlie Kirk. May he rest in peace. Of course, he just got assassinated and shot in the neck, right? So,
saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know.
Listen.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that.
Yeah, and then he's laughing, y'all. He evil, y'all. He's laughing at the fact that the chocolate sister, and fair use, y'all, he's laughing at the fact that his elder, regardless, even though she's not a white woman, he laughing at the fact she stuttered when she said affirmative action. I stutter sometimes on my channel. Stuttering is nothing but a nervous gesture, and it ain't funny. I don't care if I stutter sometimes and y'all laugh, fine. But a person stuttering, some of the most intelligent people literally stutter a lot. Okay, somebody can be highly intelligent, but stutter throughout their whole talking. Stuttering doesn't mean that what they are thinking intellectually is not smart. So he's making fun of this lady, old enough to be his mama, y'all. And I'm not talking about the lady that's doing the commentary on it. She's from Tanya TKO Clips. So I'm doing commentary on her commentary. I'm talking about the older black lady. She looked good for her age, though. This black don't crack. So she got on like this red and yellow flowered dress. So listen to this. And he's laughing at his elder. Not good, right? See, this is the type of stuff he don't need to be doing. And then he claimed me a Christian. Please, give me a break. Okay? What he's doing, making fun of this lady, his elder, while she's stuttering and stuff, none of that is Christ-like. What he's doing ain't got nothing to do with being no Christian. And that's why his memorial was more like an election type place, like a place where they're promoting other people for jobs. His memorial wasn't really a legitimate memorial. There's really no true respecting his life, not for real. And then you wonder why his wife ain't just filled with tears and sobbing and just crying all out of her mind. Look what she had to live with. That lady shouldn't be crying over this man. She should be doing exactly what she's doing. Erica Kirk should be getting this business started off the ground, becoming a boss lady, and letting this man go. She was only married to Charlie Kirk for 4 years. Because I know how men are, y'all. This fool talked to his wife like that, and that's what Charlie Kirk is. Charlie Kirk is a very foolish man. He was a foolish man. He's no longer here. It's very foolish to make fun of this black lady that stuttered on the affirmative action part. She's just nervous, y'all. I think it looks like she's speaking at the Senate or Congress, looking at the leather seating behind her. It looks like she's in front of Congress or the Senate. And then when she stuttered, she corrected herself. If I watch some of his stuff enough, he gonna stutter. But he like Candace Owens though, because he like them young, black and white and fine. That's all. Charlie Kirk liked young, fine women. He was young himself. He was only, 31 years old when he was just murdered. I'm not going to say he was assassinated because he's not our president. He's not Dr. King. Give me a break, y'all.
To go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color.
And even though she stuttered, let me tell you what makes her smarter. Let me tell you what makes her much smarter than Charlie Kirk. For one, she didn't get shot in the neck. Okay. Two, I didn't see her on a video laughing and giggling at somebody else stuttering. That actually shows his emotional intelligence is quite low, y'all. And then he has the nerves, Charlie Kirk has the nerves to talk about brain power, right? And this is why Miss Lowell, when I did the reaction on that Charlie Kirk live, this is why Miss Lowell said he was awful. Remember? I told y'all, go back and watch my lives. Don't think a live is not interesting just because I'm not showing my face. The good thing about this live is when this live ends, you get to be referred to excellent videos that give you excellent content and excellent information. You got to look at my lives just like a radio show, y'all. Back in the day, when it was radio shows, you wouldn't have been able to see my face. What's the difference now? I'm going to be providing videos so that you can get a good glimpse of what's really going on. Okay? I'm going to try to find the video where he's devaluing Candace Owens. I'm going to try to find the video. I am going to find the video of Miss Lowell when she said he was awful. And I'm going to post this video in the description. It'll take me up to 15 to 30 minutes to find these videos, but I will have them in the description box, y'all. Listen to this.
Affirmative action, particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that. We know.
Now, I'm not going to say he's awful like Miss Lowell did, but I am going to call him demonic with his little demonic ass, this little demonic ass laughter he got. Okay? And see, this type of stuff, y'all, see, if you gonna talk like this and make fun of people and stuff like that, he should be doing all of his speeches in one of those bulletproof chambers, or do it from like a Zoom. He should be speaking from a screen. Because see, I already know that when I get on TV and I get on the internet and I giggle and laugh at a woman that did nothing to me, I know that people are going to lose respect for me. And I also know people may want to shoot me too. But see, he talking about brain power. Charlie Kirk is talking about brain power. Where's his brain power? See, this is the thing. Charlie Kirk being a white man, he's smart in some areas, but not smart in others. He's the traditional white man, y'all. No different than slave masters. Slave masters were smart enough to figure out how to live for free and to make other people do their work for them, right? But slave masters were not smart enough to realize that they slaves eventually gonna jump on them and their kids and kill them and their kids. Slave masters were not smart enough to figure out that one day he gonna come in the cotton field and he gonna say, nigger, nigger, get that cotton, nigger. And they gonna beat his motherfucking ass to death. A slave master did not see that coming. I have the brain power to know that that's coming though. I know if I'm a slave master, I would have been yelling down from the plantation house, niggers, get that cotton. Ain't no way I would have walked out there and told them shit. Because I know eventually they're going to beat my motherfucking evil ass. But see, slave masters, they were just like Charlie Kirk. They were smart in one area, but not smart in other areas. Meaning they are not perfect. They are just men. Most men are not perfect, no matter what race they are. But the thing with white males like this, Charlie Kirk being a white male, he thinks he's actually above people. He should not talk to his elders that way. But see, that's the thing with white males. He thinking, well, this chocolate sister, and he ain't talking about her like that. I'm saying this beautiful chocolate sister, he's just talking to her like a nigger. That's how he views her. He views her as a nigger. He views her as unprotected. And he talked to this chocolate sister in this red dress. She went through the affirmative action program or whatever, but she's stating that she had the complete smarts of somebody. And see, because like Charlie Kirk said in the beginning of this video, Charlie Kirk said, basically the job is really for white people. So just think about it. If it's not for affirmative action, none of us would get hired. Because he's specifying that those jobs are for white people. But then people will say he's not a supremacist. He's not a racist. He's a white supremacist. He's stating right here that those jobs are for white people. And all of this stuff leads to him getting shot. Because what happens is he claiming a man of God. See, he living a double life. He claiming he a man of God. So if you a man of God, you know that jobs are for everybody. White supremacists, black supremacists, no matter what. A person of the Lord know that jobs are for everybody. But he gets all this, promotion in his death because he's going under the title of Christianity, but this ain't no Christian man. Our Norwegian pastor don't talk like this. He's from Europe. He wouldn't say that jobs are just for white people. He hires everyone in his church, black and white. My family works at the church here and there. Jobs are not just for white people. It's not true. So I'm just giving you a comparison of how a real man of God would think. a real European American would think. But see, a Norwegian man, that's why y'all might not want to believe this, but that's why it's a difference between Caucasian and white people. For one, a Caucasian person may be more melanated and they may not be as racist and supremacist. But listen to Charlie Kirk. Listen to him. He talking to this black woman, not the woman that's doing the commentary and the reaction. The black lady that's gonna show up at the bottom of the screen. Not this sister, not Tanya TKO Clips, not her. Thank you so much for the like again, y'all. And I'll get to the comments and acknowledge people in the comments in just a second.
Yeah, we know.
Listen,
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
She's saying she got in that way. Basically, what this chocolate sister is saying, and when I say chocolate, it's my way of acknowledging the beauty of the black woman. Chocolate means she's the color of a Hershey chocolate bar or chocolate or darker. So when I say chocolate, I'm avoiding that word black because she's not black, she's chocolate. So she's the color of a Hershey chocolate bar or darker. She's not caramel complected. When I open a Hershey chocolate bar, it's the prettiest piece of candy you could ever look at. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, so it's not to be offensive, it's to describe the sweetness and the beauty of what America calls a black woman. And so what she's saying is she got in her position, and it looks like she's at Senate or Congress talking. It looks like she's talking to the Senate. I'm gonna assume that because of the leather seats in the back and the way the seats are made. It looks like she's talking to the Senate right now. So what she's saying is she had to get in. She got in on affirmative action, but she did not graduate on affirmative action. You know, affirmative action gets you in the door. I've worked at jobs. When I was in healthcare, y'all, many years ago, the insurance agencies, healthcare agencies, they had to hire 3% of African Americans on affirmative action. Yes, I got jobs based on affirmative action, but I did not keep my job that way. Once I got in there, I had to meet quality control standards. I had to meet 97% quality on all my claims, my healthcare claims, my hospital claims, radiology and lab claims. I processed all different type of healthcare claims when I was in health insurance, and I had to meet that 97% quality control standard, or else I lost my job. Affirmative action just gets you in the door, and it's needed because you got white men like Charlie Kirk, may he rest in peace, saying that those jobs are for white people. Now you see the importance of affirmative action, and there's many other white men that think just like him. That's part of the white supremacy attitude, that this is his country, that his people stole, and that jobs are for white people. And I guess you need to go get you some welfare or something. I guess that's what he's saying. Here, this little welfare check, a welfare check that cannot pay your rent. A welfare check that cannot pay your rent. Okay. And I guess that's what Charlie Kirk and white men like that saying. Because he ain't on here saying you shouldn't get welfare. But he is on here saying that these jobs are for white people and making fun of if you went in on affirmative action, you ain't that smart. Not good. Very wicked thing he's saying, and then claiming he's a Christian, y'all. He make Christians look bad. He really does. And a lot of Christians that's taken up for him, they ain't seen this clip. And some of them have. But they white too, so they support his attitude. And this is why politics, if you go to Truth Unedited channel, Truth Unedited, TRUTH Unedited, UNEDITED. This is why you gotta go to Truth Unedited channel. And I'm stuttering too. Shoot, I done stuttered a couple of times in this video. I know Charlie Kirk would talk about my ass right about now. He probably just called me the B word. Bitch, get your ass off this channel. Don't you see the other black old lady stuttering? He probably think that she my mama, y'all. Like, damn, is this your mama stuttering too? I know he would make fun of me because he made fun of that other sister stuttering. I better stop it before he show up in this room and check me, you know, because he's in that spirit realm right now. Charlie Kirk, don't come now. Charlie Kirk gonna come in here and tell me, shut my stuttering ass up with your low views. He probably gonna talk about my low views and everything. Because this man is silly, man. Laughing at this lady. I don't know if he had a drink. He looked like he drink, y'all. Because some of his speeches, he's pretty sound-minded. So did he have a Long Island iced tea or vodka and cranberry before he got on here? Because he's kind of tweaking a little bit, y'all. And you know, politicians, because I do consider him a politician, and I went over that in the live. He is a politician. White supremacy views is politics, y'all. It's a political standpoint. White supremacy is politics. And if you don't consider it politics and you don't consider it strong and political, that's a mistake because they implement their political white supremacy views in our government. It's automatically implemented. So you can't just look at it like an opinion because white supremacist views affect us greatly. So fair use, y'all. I'm going to finish playing the video, okay? I had to catch myself stuttering that time.
Saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know.
Listen.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that. We know. It's very obvious to us that you were not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. I couldn't make it on my own, so I needed to take opportunities from someone more deserving. You know, this is how arrogant Joy Reid and Ketanji Brown Jackson and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee are. They're so narcissistic, they think this is persuasive.
He's projecting because he's calling these black ladies or these chocolate sisters arrogant, right? But he's the one arrogant. That's why he's giggling like a hyena and laughing at them. Why he probably didn't had him a Long Island iced tea or something. I swear, he act like he a little intoxicated, y'all. And I'm going to say this because I watched some of his other speeches and he's acting a little high. I know how I act. If I go have me a Long Island iced tea, because I'm not an alcoholic and I don't drink often, I be a little giggly too, y'all. Okay, that Long Island iced tea do something to you. And see, Charlie Kirk, he's not a regular drinker. I watched enough of his speeches to know he's not a man that drinks every day. So he could have had him a little sip of some here, y'all. And that could have been his only drink for the year. So I swear he act a little high, y'all. And I'm not trying to defend the man or give him an excuse. I'm just giving my honest, intuitive perspective. I'm looking at his eyes. He a little gloated on here. That's why he laughing at this black woman. See, that's something that he'll lose control of if he's had him a big old Long Island iced tea drink. Because see, you be tripping a little bit. Because see, he don't drink regularly. And remember, I'm kind of like DNA. I'm 99.9% accurate. He didn't went on one of them breaks and drank him something at the bar. And Erica probably was with him, his wife. That is my honest perspective. When he's acting like this, it's not even like when I see Charlie Kirk acting like this, it's not congruent with his regular nature. Because I've watched his other speeches and seen glimpses of him. And so I have a good perspective of how he acts when he ain't high. Okay? I got a sister, y'all, and not a biological sister. She's an elder. She was the only one. If I'm not an alcoholic, but if I showed up at her house, I would have that like one drink a year, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I go to Red Robin's, one drink a year. That's all I would drink. I would get that electric watermelon or like vodka and cranberry. I think back then it was like the vodka and cranberry once a year. But if I had that once a year drink, nobody else could tell I was a little high. But that sister, she like in her almost in her 80s now. One time it was several family members around, and that sister said, "Irene, you had a drink?" And everybody was tripping. They was like, "How do you know?" The same way she knew I was a little tweaking is the same way that I can tell Charlie Kirk had a little drink. All she had to do was look at me. I wasn't staggering or nothing. And it would be that one drink I would have per year. Nobody else could tell I had had anything to drink but her. But she would know it. But guess what? She was raised in a family with alcoholics. She even had family members that was on crack. She also worked at a hospital. And she worked in the mental health department. So she was pretty much trained on how to read body language, how to read the eyes. One of her daughters said, "Oh my God, Mom, how you know Irene had a drink? I can't tell." And her daughter was very intuitive. And that's the same thing I'm doing with Charlie Kirk right now. I'm not giving him a pass for how he's acting, but I've watched enough of his speeches. And I know how he act when he ain't had no liquor in him, y'all. This man is not a regular drinker. Right now, he acting like he done had him a Long Island iced tea. And he talking about this black woman. My energy tells me he's a little inebriated. And I'm just being honest to God. It's not taking up for him. I'm not trying to give him an excuse for abusing the black lady. That's his elder. I'm just saying that giggling and the way he acting right now, that's not Charlie Kirk's norm. Because I've watched enough of the reactions on Ringo TV. So the point is, don't speak if you've had a drink. Don't speak at all. Whether it be on a small channel, make that your new rule, because I know some of y'all, I have people that watch my videos that are actually teachers and speakers. I have people that watch my videos. I get DMs, y'all, from big YouTubers that tell me, "Congratulations, sister. I enjoy watching your videos and tuning in." And I'm talking about YouTubers that have over 200,000 subscribers. They actually come here to this small channel and watch my videos sometimes. And they tell me to keep up the good work and stuff like that. So no matter how small or large your platform is, and I'm 99.9% DNA, y'all. The angels are telling me that Charlie Kirk had him a Long Island iced tea. This man is tripping. I've watched many of his videos. People ask him all kind of silly questions. And Charlie Kirk don't be giggling and laughing or none of that. This man done had a drink and he tripping. And I'm reading through it just like that sister. When I have my one drink a year and I go around this sister, my elder, nobody else can tell I've had that drink but her. I don't stagger. I act the same. Everybody will say it. How do you know Irene's had a drink? And she won't tell me how she know. She look at my eyes and tell. Remember, she worked in the mental health ward in the hospital. She knows she got, don't you realize them drunks and drug addicts or alcoholics are coming in and out of the mental ward? She's learned the eyes. And I'm looking at his eyes and his body language, and it tells me he had a drink. See, Black women, when they listen to him say this, there's no empathy for Charlie Kirk. Remember, I'm going to continue to prove his point is not true. He says empathy is not real, but I'm using empathy for him right now. This man is high, and he don't get high often. See, somebody that don't get drunk often, see, this is the thing. Because I'm not regularly consuming alcohol, when I do get that one drink, I'm tripping. I'm tripping, right? Because I've only had that one drink because I'm a non-drinker pretty much. My doctor will not even allow me to say I'm a drinker because they like, you drink once a year, please. We're talking about somebody that's drinking for real. I can go 3 to 5 years without a Long Island iced tea or a vodka and cranberry. But because I'm a non-drinker, okay, I'm going to be in whatever mood I am when I have that drink. So because I'm a non-drinker, if I'm happy, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be acting like Charlie Kirk. I'm telling you. If I've had that one drink a year, my mouth, my body language going to be different. Because that one drink affects you. See, a regular drinker, they putting that garbage in their body every day. 2-3 times a day, some of them. But somebody that's a non-drinker, that one drink can mess them up. And that is what my intuition is telling me. My intuition is telling me that he went on a break or lunch. Him and some of his co-partners, or maybe his wife at the time, had him a little drink. Glass of wine. He could have had a glass of wine. A glass of wine will make him giggle at this chocolate black sister. I'm not going to exclude my intuition. I've watched his other speeches, y'all. I said I wasn't, but because I started watching a couple of Charlie Kirk videos, even just through watching the reactions that people are doing on them, it's going to continue to bring more videos up to me in the algorithm because YouTube sees that that's what I'm watching. Right now, let me do a screenshot of this. He high as hell, y'all. He got the little drunk face. And I'm doing him the same way the sister did me. He got that Beverly Hillbilly look when he high, y'all. Charlie Kirk high on here. And I'm not saying he's an alcoholic. I gave you a description of when I had that one drink a year, and that elder of mine know when I've had a drink. She's the only one that know it. It could be 15 people in the house, and they be like, "Mom, how can you tell I already had a drink?" We can't tell. because to them I'm acting normal. But she would look at me. She said, Irene, you had a drink? I can't lie to her. She's my elder. And I'm in her house. I come in her house in that condition. But I come in her house in that condition. I don't drink in her house. But I'm thinking she not going to know it too. She said, Irene, you had a drink? I said, yes, ma'am. Yes. I sorry. I'm one of them alcoholics, y'all. I sorry. Ma'am, do you want me to leave your house? Because I was a little intoxicated. Should I leave your house? She said, no, you fine. You acting good. And the rest of her children and family members be tripping because they be like, Mom. They tell their mom this. Her daughter said, Mom, I would have not known Irene had had a drink. And some of my drink had wore off. When I first had the drink, and I think that particular day I had a cranberry and vodka. That's what I had. I went to the Red Robin's bar and I had cranberry and vodka because at that time, that was like back in like 2013 or 14. At that time, I wasn't drinking. I had not tried a Long Island iced tea. I had not tried that drink yet. So I'm quite sure that it was just cranberry and vodka is what it was. I had like one drink and it was something about my eyes. I think I had a little glowy eyes. And that's what I'm picking up about Charlie Kirk here. Not trying to make an excuse for him, but because I'm like DNA, I'm 99.9% accurate. I'm reading him just like she could read me. A lot of people will watch this video and they'll say, no, he's not intoxicated. Just like none of that sister adult children thought I had had a drink. She's the only one that could read it. And that's what I'm doing right here. If I look in the comments on this video, it's not going to say, shut the F up, Charlie Kirk, you're high or drunk. Nobody else is going to read into it. But I'm reading into it. And so the lesson to be learned is this. For me too. I got a little coffee right now. But no matter how small or big your platform is, no matter how small or big it is, whether you're on TV, the internet, and I'm going to subscribe to his channel to support his family, y'all, because I'm going to constantly prove that empathy is real. I'm going to subscribe to his channel because he has a pretty big YouTube channel. So I'm going to subscribe to him. You know what? Because I want his wife and kids to continue to eat. So I'm going to subscribe to his channel. Through watching his videos, I could actually do reactions on my channel. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to subscribe. So yeah, so that is my intuition. And within 2 to 3 hours probably of this video, he had a drink. And it's affecting him this way because he doesn't drink often. Or he ain't had enough sleep. But that ain't it. He had a drink, y'all. I truly feel this way. My heart and intuition is telling me, and because I watched his other speeches, I get to see how he is when he's not high too. So that's what and I'm not trying to make an excuse for him. I just really feel like the more I watch this, he done had a little something, y'all. He's tripping. He ain't a black man. I don't feel like he's hit the joint or nothing. I feel like he didn't hit that liquor. Okay? He had one. He might have had more than his one drink. He might have had two. He's not pissy drunk. But see, he don't need to be pissy drunk to talk like that. I would never drink and come on this channel. I would not have one drink and come on this channel, and I have a small channel. Because I'll be acting like Charlie Kirk. Y'all will be like, something different about her today. I can tell when I do my videos, like right now, I'm not tired. I could tell when my voice is changing, when I'm having asthma problems. I've talked about that before. Sometimes when you hear my voice is a little different, I have asthma. So I have swollen lymph nodes and things like that because I'm an asthma patient. Asthma ain't no joke. I stand. I do no videos sitting. All of my lives, I'm standing. Except for one live, I was sitting for a few minutes because I had to move my device to the charger. And for me to see, I had to sit for a few minutes. But outside of that, like 20 or 30 minutes on that one live, all of my lives, I'm standing. Every single live, I'm standing. Because it's better for my asthma. I'm going to have less wheezing. My lungs are going to be clear. And my little belly not going to be agitating my lungs. You know, that little fat affects your lungs, y'all. When you got that little pouch on your stomach. So I've learned how to roll with asthma. And so with me standing and doing my videos, I got this little fan going in the background. I get better air quality. I'm not going to be having that asthmatic cough. I've done videos. I used to do videos like on my exercise bike and stuff. And I used to have that little asthmatic cough. So standing prevents a lot of my symptoms from asthma and attacks. And I live a healthier life and a more plentiful life. So fair use, y'all. I'm going to play this video again. Y'all can hear it too. Some of my videos when I'm doing my lives, I sound tired. You can tell when I'm tired. I could tell when I've had my rest. I could tell through hearing my voice if my asthma was acting up that day. I'm clear right now. My voice is not hoarse or anything. My voice is as normal as possible. My lymph nodes are not swollen right now. I did not need an inhaler today. And I'm good. No cough or anything. I'm in really good shape for my asthma compared to the past. Asthma serious, y'all. It's no game. I understand that just because I'm diagnosed with asthma, I could die at whatever day the Lord want to take me out of here. My lungs have shut down on me before for no reason. That's the side effect of asthma. My lungs just decided, no, we not working this week. I've had as low as 30% oxygen levels for a few days and survived it. Asthma has really done a number on me, but I'm fine. The best cure for asthma is walking, standing, pure leaf sweet tea, 12 ounces of it. Water's not always my friend, y'all, with asthma. I've had so many asthma attacks trying to drink some water, y'all. It's a certain time I can drink water. Sometimes my asthma say, no, I don't want water. I want tea. It'll let me know. So fair use, y'all, because I'm getting off the subject. And people done left the live. They want me to talk about Charlie Kirk. Nobody gives a damn about my asthma, okay? So my viewers are like, talk about Charlie Kirk, man. We don't care about your asthma. So let me get the viewers what they want.
We would have been called racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know.
Listen,
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that. We know. It's very obvious to us that you were not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. I couldn't make it on my own, so I needed to take opportunities from someone more deserving. You know, this is how arrogant Joy Reid and Ketanji Brown Jackson and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee are. They're so narcissistic, they think this is persuasive. They think we're like, oh, of course, that's why we need affirmative action, because you have impressed us with your brilliance. Of course. Oh no, imagine the world without Joy Reid. Imagine
Charlie Kirk could have been in comedy, y'all. You know, sometimes somebody is so messed up, it's like hilarious. See, I feel like he a little tipsy, right? So I'm laughing at the whole scene of the crime right now. Because Charlie Kirk, this is like a scene of the crime. This white guy is silly, y'all. He's tripping, he's tweaking, he's silly, and he's full of himself, and he's doing a lot of projecting, saying someone's narcissistic. The nerves of him, narcissistic, and he's laughing at a chocolate sister that went through the affirmative action program, his elder, and she's done nothing to him. Is that narcissistic? To not only laugh at her, but to make fun of her while she's stuttering. That's narcissistic. So Charlie Kirk right here, may he rest in peace. He's doing a lot of projecting. He's narcissistic. That's who's narcissistic, is him. Fair use, y'all.
Oh no, imagine the world without Joy Reid. Imagine the world without Sheila Jackson Lee or Michelle Obama or Ketanji Brown Jackson. They think this is persuasive. They think, as they kind of now reveal that I'm only here because of anti-white, anti-Asian forced discrimination policies.
What?
That turned me into a bitter, resentful activist that hates white people, honestly, through our pop.
Let me just explain to people who don't understand.
And fair use, y'all. This is Tanya TKO clip. So this is another sister speaking, okay?
What he's saying is racist. Number one, it infers that there is something internally defunct about being Black that stops a person from being able to have brain processing power. Number two, it pretends as if a position belongs to a more quote unquote deserving person who is quote unquote either white or Asian. They're not looking for the right person for the job. They're looking for the white person for the job.
You do not have the brain processing power.
So she's saying that what Charlie Kirk is really saying is they're not looking for the right person for the job, rights, RIGHT. They're looking for the white person for the job, white, WHITE. And that's a right summary of what she's saying, because that's what he said earlier in the video, that the job is for a white person. Most white people are white supremacists, y'all. They just are. The average white person, especially with money, they are a white supremacist. You're not going to see a white person with money having their own company. When you look at the Turning Point employee list of the CEOs and all the job titles, I mean, I think Candace Owens is the only Black person on there. But remember, Candace Owens, this is a woman that will feel like George Floyd deserved to be kneed out because he's a quote unquote criminal. Candace Owens has resigned the Black community. She is a Black woman. It doesn't change the fact, just because she's married to a white man with biracial kids does not mean she is not a Black woman. She is clearly a Black woman. However, she has basically put in her resignation to the Black community. And I'm going to declare that because of the way she talked about George Floyd and the lack of mercy that she had, that he was kneed out. He was a trespasser. George Floyd, what was his other crime? He was guilty of drug possessions, and he was a thief. When you look up George Floyd's criminal background, he was a drug user, not the dealer, y'all, the user. He was found in possession of drugs, and he was in and out of jails up to 8 times. From what I know of, at least 8 times. So he used drugs, he was a thief, and he trespassed. Due to his drug use, it was environments and businesses, and he was a thief. So if you steal, you're going to be trespassed from businesses. But he's stealing to get money for his drug addiction, probably to pay for hotels when he was homeless and stuff. And then he would sit in those hotels and do drugs. Speaking of drug addiction, y'all, and this is going to hurt me when I have to do this live, but I am going to be doing a live on Dr. Martin Luther King. And it's going to take me a little time to prepare for that. At least a day or so. I don't want to say I'm going to do it tonight because I want to prepare for it a little bit. However, I will be talking about my perspective of if it's true that Dr. Martin Luther King was a cocaine user. Was he a man that bought prostitutes? Did he participate in gay orgies? Was he a cheater? And I will be sharing my perspective of these things, and I will be using my intuition, my gift. I will be using I'm like DNA, 99.9% accurate. I will be using logic along with my gift. And it'll be interesting what I will say. I am someone that had a great amount of admiration for Dr. Martin Luther King. However, admiring someone should not make you be blind to certain elements about the person that could be true. Okay, so I'm going to be, and this video will help y'all because a lot of times people don't really know how to align the truth. A lot of people should not be using their intuition because they do not know how to align their intuition with enough facts. And I'm going to be going over some things that I found to help you. And also, it's going to be an interesting video. I did a video on Homer G. Phillips, you know, the gentleman who the hospitals was named after. The hospital I was born at Homer G. Phillips in St. Louis, Missouri. The hospital was on Whittier at the time. Oh, Fluttershy, baby girl. I am so glad you came in here because I am still working on your video. I have not forgot about the video I promised that I would do for you. But baby girl, I hope your weekend is going great. This video is about the Charlie Kirk situation. And so Fluttershy, what does that mean? Because it's NB. What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I think retype that, Fluttershy. Oh, why is your electricity out in your room, baby girl? What happened? Is it a outage where you're at? I don't want to disclose where you're at. I know where you're at, but I want to Keep that confidential to the viewers. So why is your electricity out? Is it out in the other parts of your residence? Is it out, like if you go in the kitchen, is it out there? Was it like a storm or something, baby girl? Was there a storm? No, no storm. So what about in the kitchen? Is it out in the kitchen? Did you talk to your parents about this too? Okay. Well, it's smart that you know that it's out. You're very smart to even know that the power's out. Some kids don't even recognize stuff like that. So in the kitchen, the electricity is on. This is my YouTube baby, y'all. It's on in the kitchen, Fluttershy, also known as Baby Saja. Oh, your mom is still out of town, and your dad is at his girlfriend's house. So is there any adult there with you? So if your mom is out of town, who's watching you, Fluttershy? Who's your babysitter right now? You got a babysitter there? Oh, your brother and grandma. Okay. So they'll take care of it. So your brother and grandma will they'll get the lights back on. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions. Just ask, Grandma, when the lights gonna be back on? You know, you can ask little simple questions like that, as long as you're respectful. Just be respectful, but ask. Is your grandma and brother nice to you, Fluttershy? Are they good people? You feel like they're kind to you and you feel happy when you're around grandma and brother? I got a YouTube baby, y'all, so please forgive me. I go into parenting mode when my YouTube baby comes on. I got a child on the internet, y'all. Ain't the Lord good? Oh, it cut out. No, what I was asking, Fluttershy, is your brother and grandma really nice to you? I just asked, I like to ask, no, I said, is your brother and grandmother kind to you? Is what I asked. Her phone went out, y'all. That's why she's asking. What did I say? They are great, great. I love to hear that. I love to hear that good news. So if they're kind to you, make sure you're kind to them as well. So Fluttershy, since you're just coming in, I was talking about Charlie Kirk's disrespect of his elder. This lady was probably about your grandma's age or something. And his disrespect of his elder. So I'm going to play the clip one more time. Fair use, y'all. And I will have videos down in the description box. It's going to take me, I'm going to at least list 3 of them. So it's going to take me about 15 or 30 minutes to find these particular videos, okay? But I will find them.
Do not have the processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go.
And Black women, we do have the brain processing power. Yes, we do. Okay, we absolutely have it. I do not agree with his perspective. I do not agree that the average Black woman does not have brain processing power, especially in the career area. Because he's talking about in the area of career and employment, we absolutely have the brain processing power. I've had white bosses, male and female, tell me how smart I am. If I stutter one more time, Charlie Kirk gonna come back and get me, y'all. So Black women, we do have the brain processing power in career and employment, because that's where his attack is. So I disagree with you, Charlie Kirk. We absolutely have the brain processing power. And now I see why Miss Lowell, I'll post her video in the description too. Now I see why she's called him awful. I'm not going to call him awful because she already did it. But this is an example of what she would probably consider awful. Because Miss Lowell, she called him awful. Okay?
Taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot.
So whenever anybody tells you and tries to get...
And we're not stealing anything. Black people, we were already in the United States. Forget all that. We came on some ships and was shipped all over. We was here. That's why Christopher Columbus discovered America. We was already here. So I don't agree with Charlie Kirk's perspective that the job is for white people. The jobs are for the true Americans, especially Black people. Black people are definitely the true Americans. We built this country. What is he talking about?
So whenever anybody tells you...
And then we built it for free. Let's add that to it. Built it without real pay.
To gaslight you into thinking that Charlie...
And this is Tanya TKO Clips. So this is another lady speaking, not me.
Kirk was not a racist. I want you to pull up this video.
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know.
Listen.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go.
And again, I don't agree with his perspective that Black women don't have the brain processing power. And it goes back to why Miss Lowell said he's awful. And I will put that video in the description below as well. Just give me like 15 to 30 minutes and I will have 3 videos at a minimum in the description box. Just give me a little time. Okay?
Steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that.
And I know he would make fun of my stuttering. But he got to understand, Charlie Kirk got to, yeah, exactly, Fluttershy, I agree. Charlie Kirk got to understand, just because I stutter and this Black lady stutter, don't mean we not smart. He got to understand that.
We know. It's very obvious to us that you were not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. I couldn't make it on my own, so I needed to take opportunities from someone more deserving. You know, this is how arrogant Joy Reid and...
Notice how he said taking opportunities from somebody more deserving. But then he also stated that the jobs were for white people. So who does he think is more deserving? White people, y'all. He's a supremacist. He's a white supremacist.
Brown Jackson and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee are. They're so narcissistic, they think this is persuasive. They think we're like, oh, of course. That's why we need affirmative action, because you have impressed us with your brilliance. Of course. Oh, no.
White supremacy is also not necessarily narcissistic, y'all. I know y'all gonna think I'm taking up for the man. White supremacy is empathy, but he's having empathy for white people because he wants white people to come up. If you're a black supremacist, you have empathy for black people. We should have empathy for both. I believe the best way to live is to help white and black people. You should have empathy for both, but some people may feel like he's a narcissist because he's a white supremacist. I'm gonna call him a white supremacist because this is what he just said. He just explained his supremacy. Why he tipped up the liquor, y'all. I feel like he tipped up the liquor. So he's showing white supremacy traits, and he's doing white supremacy language, and he's being overt with it. He's not hiding it. He's coming right out of the closet with it. But white supremacy is empathy. It's just it's empathy for white people. It's not having empathy for black people, if that makes sense. So just because somebody not on your side don't mean they a narcissist. White supremacy is not necessarily narcissistic unless it got to the point where it got so big that we can't get a job at all. Then it becomes part of psychopathy. Then it's like on a level where the white supremacist has no conscience. We just don't know how far Charlie Kirk was going to go with his white supremacy thoughts. We don't know how far he was going to go because he got murdered. He was murdered. Hello, emo boy. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is my chart. Thank you so much for the like as well. This is my more of a Charlie Kirk reaction. I did a video where I did a reaction to Miss Lowell video, but I came across this video in the algorithm where Charlie Kirk is expressing his white supremacy thoughts. Okay. Again, y'all, please like. Fair use.
You have impressed us with your brilliance. Of course. Oh no, imagine the world without Joy Reid. Imagine the world without Sheila Jackson Lee or Michelle Obama or Ketanji Brown Jackson. They think this is persuasive. They think as they kind of now reveal that I'm only here because of anti-white, anti-Asian forced discrimination policies.
What?
That turned me into a bitter, resentful activist that hates white people, honestly, through our pop.
Let me just explain to people who don't understand why what he's saying is racist. Number one, it infers that there is something internally defunct about being black that stops a person from being able to have brain processing power. Number two, it pretends as if a position belongs to a more quote unquote deserving person who is quote unquote either white or Asian. They're not looking for the right person for the job. They're looking for the white person for the job.
You do not have the
Emo boy, Charlie Kirk was a white supremacist. He just said it. And his concern is not black people. Okay. I'm going to put this video in the description box below. And I'm going to create more than one Charlie Kirk playlist. And so in my perspective, in my opinion, I gave my opinion earlier on this video that I did the reaction on. And in my opinion, he's had a Long Island iced tea. I believe that Charlie Kirk went on a lunch break and he's a little high. I really do. And I'm not saying that to get you to ignore his white supremacy views. But on this video, he was very overt about his views because he didn't have him a glass of wine, a Long Island iced tea, and I think this man was a little tipsy. And I feel that way because of this. I've watched his speeches, and I know how well composed Charlie Kirk is when he has not had a drink. I could go out right now and get me a Long Island iced tea. I could go to the bar right up the street. And I could go, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being mixed, Emo Boy. I could go right up the street and get me a Long Island iced tea and come back and get on another live, and y'all gonna know it. Y'all gonna know the difference between how I act sober and how I act after I go get that little drink. But see, I know not to do that. I'm pretty much a non-drinker, but I might have a drink and get on like a Facebook Live or something, but I'm not going to get on my YouTube channel. But that's just my perspective. I'm like DNA. I'm 99.9% accurate. My intuition is normally right on the money. Charlie Kirk had a little sip, and he's not a regular drinker. He's not a regular drinker. That's why all his other speeches, he's so well composed. He had that one drink a year, that one drink a month, and got on here and was talking crazy. Oh, Emo Boy, yeah. I'm going to go back to your channel again. Oh, thank you. You noticed my comment? Thank you so much. I'm going to go right back on there. And then also, I think, let me see, because I was going to start the playlist here. Yeah, I'm going to check and see, because I was going to create a Emo Boy playlist. And so I'll do that today as well. I need to write this in my notes. Hold on, because I'm glad you reminded me about that. So let me put that here too, my Emo Boy playlist, because I don't think it's there yet. And you can start a advanced insight playlist on your channel too, Emo Boy. So Emo Boy playlist, and I'll call it that, Emo Boy. Okay, you're 17. Okay. Yeah, because I loved your channel, and I'm gonna go back on there and because see, this is what the playlist does for me. The playlist it keeps me because it's making you like one of my favorite YouTubers, right? So when I create the playlist, as I watch your videos and add it to the playlist, and also my son Daniel is going to be supporting your channel as well. And then I'm going to be doing a live telling y'all where my son Daniel channel is as well. So I'll be doing that live to promote my son Daniel. So yeah, thank you so much, Emo Boy, for bringing up the comment that I left. Yeah, Daniel's a YouTuber now too. So I'm going to be creating a playlist for his channel. I got to write this down, y'all, because that way I remember. Playlist for Daniel channel. One of Daniel's videos is called The Clown. Yeah, it's called The Clown. So I'm going to do a playlist for Daniel. I need to do a playlist for Emo Boy. Okay, and then I need to post the 3 videos in the description below once I end this live. So Emo Boy, before the day is over, I'm going to be back on your channel, okay? Oh, how to make a new playlist. Okay, so what you do, you go to, I'm getting ready to walk you through how to do that, but let me go get this other device. It's real easy on how to make another playlist, and I'm going to describe it to you now. So you go to your channel. Hold on. I'm going to describe to you now how to do that. Yeah, and the way to make the playlist has changed. So you go to your channel, and then, hold on, let me figure this out. See, back in the day, you used to could go to playlists and then at the bottom of your playlist, it would give you an option to create it, right? But now it's changed. So it's not that you forgot it necessarily, Emo Boy. They changed it. So now what you got to do is pull up one of your videos. So you get your video in history. So you actually watch one of your videos. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna create the playlist right now. Hold on. Emo Boy, give me the name of one of your videos right quick. Go to your channel and just give me a name of any video that's on there. Any short or whatever. Just type out the name to it. Because see, I can't go in this device and do it. Hold on. Because I want to teach you how to do a playlist. Hold on. I'm going to go to this other device. Hold on. Hold on, dear. Because I got you in this other device. Because I'm going to walk you through how to do your playlist right now. — 2055. Okay. Okay, so I got it here.
My body different, I know they love that line, but I just wanna slide. Parties in the sky like it's 2055. She said, boy, you nice, boy, you nice. Heart cold like some water and some ice.
Okay, so
My body different, I know they love that line, but
so what's gonna happen? And thank you so much. And this is why I like doing playlists. So I'm getting ready to teach you how to do the playlist. So you go to your channel, and then you find that video. So you type 2055 and type Emo Boy. And of course, Emo Boy is one word. Okay. And you bring up that video. Okay. So I'm getting ready to create a playlist in the Advanced Insight channel. Okay. So that video that you just gave me will be under my playlist. So I found the video. I'm going to click on it. Okay. And now it's in my history. So now Emo Boy video is in my history. So I'm going to go to my history. So what you want to do to create a playlist now. Yep. The 3 dots on the side. Right. So you put the video in your history, you click on the 3 dots, and you say save to playlist. Okay, and then once you click the 3 dots on the side of that video, you want to click on new playlist. Okay, and now I'm going to type Emo Boy. And I'm making sure I'm spelling it right. EMOBOY. And I do it in all caps. I'm trying to see if I should do, I'm just going to type Emo Boy. Okay, and I'm going to put 3 dots there. And then I want to make it public. So where it says visibility, it says private. I'm going to make it public. And then I'm going to do create. Okay. And what these playlists do, Emo Boy, is it helps me view your videos more, right? And then you should create a playlist for Advanced Insight. Because see, the thing is, we got to start supporting one another, right? And then I'm going to create a playlist for my son Daniel videos as well. So I'm going to call it just Daniel. I might say just Daniel or Daniel. I'll let you know. I could leave it in your comments. The playlist that I created for Daniel. Because if I'm going to support you, Emo Boy, I want you to support my son as well. Okay? Because y'all about the same age. So I support you. You support Daniel. And then Daniel's let me see. His Daniel's YouTube profile name. His YouTube channel is called Daniel. Look up the clown video. One of his videos is called The Clown. So it's called The Clown. And then type Daniel, Daniel. Let's see if it comes up. Yeah, I'll have to find it later. See, it's not Daniel the Clown. There's another YouTube channel called that. But I'll create the playlist. It's in my phone, so I have to create the playlist. Your YouTube channel name comes up right away. So yours is easier to find. And what my son Daniel may need to do, he may need to rename his channel like The Daniel. I'm going to talk to my son Daniel because his channel is not coming up quick enough when I search for it. And the thing is, like when you type Advanced Insight, I come up right away. So I'm going to be talking to my son Daniel because you want to pick a YouTube name that comes up pretty quickly. Okay. But if you like your YouTube name and you're getting subscribers and you're getting views, then keep your YouTube name. Okay. So I've had this YouTube name since day one, but I'm going to be, it's where he's doing an acting skit. So let me go in here and find it. Daniel's doing an acting skit. Hold on. I'm going to take you to it right now. His channel is Daniel, and I had to go type in, hold on, I'm looking for it now, Emo Boy. Don't leave me here. Hold on. Right now, Daniel has like 6 subscribers. Oh, he got a funny laughing my A off. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, and this is kind of making me get these playlists done. Oh, Emo Boy, check my playlist and see if you see the playlist I created with your video. It's called Emo Boy. It's in all caps. So go to my playlist. And see if you see that. Okay, so Daniel channel. Okay, Daniel's handler name is called they're a clone. Okay, so if I type Daniel, they're a clone. Hold on. Because I want to create Daniel's playlist as well. So Emo Boy, go to my playlist and make sure you see Emo Boy on Advanced Channel. Okay, and then what I will be doing, now the thing is, once I create playlists, it helps me a lot because when I view every time I view one of your videos, I will be adding it to my playlist. And then you can create an advanced insight playlist as well. And then you get the watch hours for that because my videos are kind of long. So you get a lot of watch hours, and the more watch hours you get, so like if you put this playlist under your, if you put this video on this live up under your playlist and you call it the Advanced Insight channel and make sure you put it in public. Yeah, exactly. So I want to help you out. We got to help each other, right? Especially as small YouTubers, even large YouTubers, it doesn't matter. When you are on YouTube, you are a content creator and you are a YouTuber. And I told you how great your channel is doing. Remember we talked about that? And because my channel, I know you have like about 150 subscribers. And remember I told you, I did a calculation of your views, remember? And so you actually get, in some sense, I have a bigger number because I've been on YouTube longer. But if you actually calculate, yeah, take your time because I'm looking for, I gotta figure out, I gotta go in Daniel's settings and see why his channel is not coming up more quicker, because he needs to make it where his channel is more seen, because it's taking too long to find him and I don't like it. Yeah, because there's so many Daniels. So Daniel, my son, he might need to name his channel. Oh, there is already a The Daniel. Yeah, he needs to name his channel. Yeah, there's a lot of Daniels. That's what it is. Yeah, because there's so many Daniels, it makes it harder to locate. Even looking up his video by name, it's not coming up like it should. So I'm gonna help Daniel. Yeah, because the thing is, if I'm gonna tell viewers to find my son Daniel, I need to know how to find it myself, right? Because I got the emo boy playlist, and then but I wanna be able to create the playlist for Daniel sooner. Yeah, so Daniel gotta change his settings, because I should be finding him right away. So he really got to change his settings. You'll be surprised how your settings affect your channel. But Daniel, See, Emo Boy, that's a unique name, right? But see, the thing is, when you look up Daniel, there's so much out there with that name. Okay, so let me write this down. Okay, so there. Okay, so this is what you got to type to find Daniel. You got to do the @ and then type THEREAL clone CLONE _321. Okay, so let me see if that'll help me find it quicker. THEREAL clone and do the @ at THEREAL. Let me see if this is going to pull it up. Right here. Okay, right here. I found Daniel. So what you got to do is go in the history. Okay, Emo Boy, go in the history and type the @ THEREAL CLONE _321. So let me see. So you missed when you typed it. You got to change that V to a C. So it's @ and do @ like the @, not the +, the @ like at hotmail.com, that sign, that little roundy thingy sign. So there, ALC, C as in cover, LONE _321. So right now, I'm creating the playlist. Save to playlist, new playlist, and it's gonna be called Daniel with 3 dots. Now, Emo Boy, never mind. I'm gonna just put let me see, Daniel, and then I'm gonna make it public. And then create. Okay, so check out, see if you can find, Emo Boy, tell me if you can see Daniel's playlist. Because you like my son too now, okay? So you'll be my YouTube son, okay, Emo Boy? So I'm gonna make you my YouTube son. Yeah, well now I created the playlist, Emo Boy. So go to Advanced Insight playlist. And so since we got a playlist for you, you go to your channel now, since you know how to create playlists, and you create an Advanced Insight playlist, and you create a playlist for Daniel. And how this will benefit you is you will get the YouTube hours, which will help you get more subscribers. Okay, so see, when you create playlists, every time someone goes to your playlist, so if you put this live under your playlist and somebody watches, even if they watched half of this live, an hour of it, right? You get 60 minutes of YouTube hours. And the more YouTube hours you get, the more subscribers you get, and the more in the algorithm YouTube will put you. So just so you're aware, I do a lot of YouTube class videos type thing. So I go on the YouTube trainings, and I learned some of this early on. Because at first, when I first started my YouTube channels, I didn't know about playlists. Okay. And get you more than one channel too. I have more than one YouTube channel. I even have a very small ministry channel. My small ministry channel is I only have like 66 subscribers or something, but I have a very small ministry channel. I sure do. And actually, I did a live on my ministry channel for First Wednesday with church, and I got like almost 100 views. It's weird because on my ministry channel, I have less subscribers, but I find that I get quite a few views. I've done 2 lives on my ministry channel, and both of those videos I think are almost at 100 views. And that's a lot when I do a live. Brantley Harden, welcome back. Yes, I do remember you. The beginning of this video, Brantley, was about Charlie Kirk, and I did a reaction on Charlie Kirk, and then I kind of got off subject because one of my YouTube sons, I just adopted him as like my YouTube son, Emo Boy. He's my YouTube son now. And then I got another YouTube baby girl that was in here earlier. And so I'm teaching him or reminding him how to do playlists. Because see, YouTube changed how to do the playlist. So it's not that he really forgot it. It's just that YouTube changed it. So that's what happened. So welcome back, Brantley Harden. And I'm good at remembering people that come back, y'all. Because y'all are individuals. I understand that there's a person behind who's typing it. None of you are robots. YouTube will filter that out. If there's an actual robot that comes in here, YouTube actually has a way of filtering that out, just so you know. So a lot of times I won't even see the robot because YouTube will have taken care of that on their own. So I'm trying to, hold on. I'm just scrolling through these comments. Hold on one second, Emo Boy. There's someone else that just came in the live. I see why people be asking me if I need a moderator. I'm starting to get that now. I am actually starting to get that now. Oh, Emo Boy, you got 70 subs. Oh yeah, it's went up then. It's went up. Yeah, it's went up because I think last time I checked, it was less than that. I think it was like 149. So yeah, I think your subscribers have went up. Thank you so much for the additional like. So the playlist for day, and playlists help me support the channel because I check my playlist, right? So when I scroll through my playlist and I see Emo Boy, I see my YouTube son, Emo Boy, and I see my biological son, Daniel, I can, it reminds me to watch their videos. Yeah, congratulations, Emo Boy, on your 170 subscribers. And you know why? This is another reason to create playlists, right? So see, what happens is when any YouTuber mentions you, okay, you're at 170 subscribers. I believe you will outdo me. I want you to outdo me. Younger males, I learn from y'all too, and y'all will outdo me because you know my YouTubers, they think I'm like an old lady or something. And so just being quite frank, being honest to God, a younger person will attract more subscribers. Because a lot of the people that will be on YouTube, they're of all ages. But when you're a male and you're younger, you have an advantage over my old ass. Okay. So, however, my old ass has talents. Just because I'm an old ass doesn't mean I am not very talented. And so what I try to do for you and Daniel, Emo Boy, is encourage y'all to keep your channel going because it is a business and it will create residual income for you and you will be monetized where you're doing lives. So what you're doing, Emo Boy, you and Daniel, my son Daniel, y'all are creating traction on your channel. So you can also create another playlist that's called Advanced Insight Mentioned Me. Okay. Or advanced. Just say advanced. Advanced said my name. I can create that right here on my channel. Let me write that down. So I can create a channel called I Mentioned Emo Boy. Okay. And I can make this video the first one in it. I Mentioned Emo Boy. So I'm actually going to create that on my channel. Okay. So in all the videos that I put as I Mentioned Emo Boy, Brantley Harden, I'm just going to be honest with you with the moderator. I don't even know how to get one of those started. This is where the old part comes in, right? I need to get like a YouTube consultant to teach me certain things because I don't know how to get that going. Oh, no problem, Emo Boy. I want to help you. Because what I did, let me tell you what I did. What I did when I first got on YouTube is I studied other small YouTubers. I knew right away I would be a small YouTuber. You got to be realistic, okay? We're all content creators. Whether you have 1 million subscribers, and Emo Boy, everybody that gets subscribers do not get them the right way. A lot of people lose their channel because they get on these apps where they pay for views. That's illegal on YouTube. You're not supposed to pay for views. They have like these robots, these people. They're actually people, like people do it for a living. They just click on the video, but they don't watch the whole video. So YouTube can tell when you paid for views and it will get your channel shut down. So just remember that a lot of these channels, you see them go up, they go up really fast, but they come down really fast. And that's because they get on these apps and pay for views. And it leads to destruction. It's cheating. It's not fair. And you don't need to do it to get your channel monetized. Okay. So Emo Boy, what I see is that your channel is going to be monetized. And one of these days, when you click the plus button to add videos or lives. Now, Emo Boy, I want to see these playlists now. You're going to create one for Daniel. And you're going to create an Advanced Insight playlist. You're going to create 2. And I'm going to create another one too. One is going to be called I Mentioned Emo Boy. So I'm going to go back through my lives and every video where I mentioned you or said Emo Boy, I'm going to put it under the playlist. Oh, you got hacked by a robot person? What did they do when they hacked you, Emo Boy? I love his YouTube name. It's so unique and beautiful. So when you got hacked, what happened? I want to know what the hacker did. and how you knew it was a robot, so I can learn too, so that I can know if I got one. YouTube, there's robots that come on our channels all the time that YouTube gets rid of without us even knowing it. If YouTube, there's spyware. YouTube has its own spyware that protects their content creators. So if YouTube detects a robot, oh, it said error. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So if YouTube detects a robot on our channels, say if a robot comes in and try to leave a chat here, right? And YouTube detects it, YouTube won't even let the comment come on here. So YouTube protects us a lot more than we could ever think. So that's why we got to be grateful. So I'm going to create a playlist right now. Emo Boy said it shut down my phone. Emo Boy says it was a very professional hacker. Yeah, you know what? That's a good way of wording it, because some of these people, they're scam artists. Yeah, they are scammers, but when somebody's a professional hacker, you got to give them credit for the damage they do, right? I totally get it. Yeah. A professional hacker is just what Emo Boy said. It's a professional hacker. They cause damage. They sure do. And I mean serious damage. People might not agree with the terminology, but it is very real. Hold on, I'm kind of getting the grips with these comments. And you got, yeah, so just create those playlists. And I'm going to go on your channel. See, the playlist will help me remember to keep up with the stuff now. Okay. And thank you so much for the likes. So, yeah, so that's what helps me out a lot. So I got, yeah, and I'm going to create that other playlist that I mentioned, Emo Boy. And so what that does is you got other YouTubers that are larger than you shouting you out, okay? And no matter who the YouTuber is, even if it's me, I'm still larger than you right now. So that makes you look good, and that gets you traction, okay? So let me see. Emo Boy says you was scarred. Oh, Brantley Harden. Yeah, Brantley Harden. I'm going to screenshot it that you're interested in being a moderator. But I'm not going to lie. When I'm coming with my... no disrespect, Brantley Harden, but I'm just going to be honest with the moderator thing. When I do get to that point, Emo Boy... See, the thing is, I more likely would have another YouTuber be my moderator. So, like, for example, this is a business. You got to remember, YouTube is still a business. So, Emo Boy, even though he's younger, I connect with him more. I know he's real. I go to his channel, and he's supporting my channel. See, we're doing what you call like a collaboration. So, Emo Boy... he would be a good person to collaborate with between channels. And so as far as like, yeah, that's what I was going to mention, Emo Boy. So to be honest, see, a lot of people come in here asking for stuff they have not earned. So Brantley Harden, he's not here as much. He's not interacting in the chat as much. I am not watching his videos. So I'm gonna just be honest. If I was to decide to have a moderator and I was to pick one moderator, I would pick Emo Boy. Because see, people when they come in here asking to be a moderator, they're kind of entitled. They're not in the chats enough. And to be honest, probably the moderator I will pick is who's not asking me, who I see interacting, who I'm gaining respect for. Like Emo Boy, I'm watching his channel grow. And Emo Boy, so this is what you got to do, Brantley. Okay, I'm going to give you a business tip, right? So Brantley Harden. So this is what you got to do in the business world. And I'm not turning Brantley down, but what I want to teach you is in the business world, you have to somehow become beneficial to me. Okay. So if you want to be a moderator, you being a moderator is beneficial, but you have to be beneficial in other ways. Okay. So like Emo Boy, he naturally knows how to be supportive, even as a young teenager. So I'm going to go to Emo Boy channel, and Emo Boy, I better see these playlists. I want to see these playlists, y'all. So I'm creating see, Emo Boy, he's a young male, but his youth is very beneficial. So Emo Boy, let me see. What did you say? You'll subscribe? Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Brantley Harden. And see, I haven't decided yet, but one thing I could say, as far as like being a moderator, Brantley Harden and Emo Boy, they're the most polite. And they're males. Brantley, you're a male too, right? And so I like working with males, put it that way. They're logical. I'm not saying girls not, but y'all would be my two top for to be my moderators. And I'm gonna put that in my notes right now. And it may be just time. I don't know what YouTube does. If I got a moderator, YouTube may put me in the algorithm more. I don't know. But I would say I'm going to put in my notes that my two top moderators that I have decided I would want to work with are Brantley and Emo Boy. But I got to figure out how to do it. Remember, I'm monetized. I'm such a sorry ass old lady, right? I'm monetized and I don't know where the hell my YouTube check is. And I got this card with this African brother that worked for the Urban League. He already told me he will help me finish or complete my monetization or my monetizing so that I could get my check. Because there's some kind of check that you get when you're monetized too. Because I got over 100 and almost 115,000 views or some shit. Like, but I'm too busy uploading to get my freaking check because I do this from my heart and soul. This is actually a hobby of mine, but it's a business now. I can go get my business license and become a sole proprietor or a corporation. I could get my freaking business license and start filing taxes on my channel and I could write off some of my phone bill and stuff like that. That's stuff I could be doing on this channel now because I'm monetized. But what I don't want to do is stop uploading lives, because if I stop doing lives, guess what? If you don't upload lives and videos, you'll get demonetized, if that makes sense. And I don't want to get demonetized. The check ain't going nowhere. Okay, so Brantley Harden, thank you. So yeah, my two moderators would be Brantley Harden and Emo Boy. Because I just go off intuition. My instinct tells me I could work with these two gentlemen. And Brantley Harden, he's very cooperative. Because, you know, you got to remember, I'm an aware empath, not an unaware one. Remember, I came up with that term, an aware empath. So aware empaths, all relationships are reciprocal. You support me and I support you. Oh, let me check the playlist, Emo Boy. Hold on. And guess what I'm going to be able to do, Emo Boy? Thank you so much, Brantley Harden. I love you and Emo Boy, and I appreciate y'all so much. You know why? Some of the old people, they don't support me. I've noticed I get a lot of young people support me. And you know why? The young people see the value in my teacher trait, and they appreciate me more. Old people, you know what? The young people, like Brantley Harden, if you don't mind, how old are you? I bet you he young too. Because see, y'all not jealous of me. That's the thing with like older people. Yeah, see, 15. That's the prime age. See, 15 and 17 years old, y'all are not jealous of me. Calling me a bunch of names, disrespecting me. Y'all don't have that jealousy hater trait. All my old friends from anywhere from 30 to 85, I cannot tell them about my channel. I got friends and relatives. I'm not going to say their name, but they come to my channel and leave all kind of horrible comments while I'm doing lives. These is people I know, y'all. So what I've learned is when I have a channel, be careful who you're sharing it with. So, okay, Emo Boy, let me go on your channel and see if I can see the playlist. Because we have to check technology too. Just because you can see it don't mean I can see it. Oh, and please like, share, and subscribe. That's very important to like, share, and subscribe. Emo Boy got 170 subscribers. Okay, so now, okay, Emo Boy, you want to go advanced is ADVANCED. So go back in the playlist and add the D on it. Because advanced has a, oh yeah, that's okay, Emo Boy. So go back in your playlist and change the spelling of advanced. You just need to add the D. So it's ADVANCED, advanced. Yeah, so Brantley Harden. So what you do with the playlist, you go in history. So whatever video you want to add, you first bring up the video in history. And then there's 3 dots on the side. Okay. So when you're in your history, so you go to YouTube, okay, and you click on view all, so you see your history. And then your videos will show up in your history. There's 3 dots to the side. Click on save to playlist, Brantley. or Brantley. I'm sorry, Brantley. So Brantley, you go to the three dots, click on save to playlist, and then you do new playlist up in the top right hand corner, and then you give it a title. So I'm going to name this playlist You Care. Okay. And then you click on public because you want your playlist to be public. And then you do create. So Brantley, try a playlist. Try a playlist out. And let me know how it works, because I don't want to leave you without knowing that you successfully did it. Emo Boy successfully did it. So Emo Boy, let me see if the spelling's correct. And this is what we got to do, proof check each other. As YouTubers, we want to proof check. Yep, perfect. So advanced is right. Oh, I like Daniel. I got you. Oh, he's gonna feel so good, Emo Boy and Brantley Harden. I'm so grateful for you, and y'all are gonna be my top 2 moderators. Because I think even though y'all are 15 and 17, y'all are very mature for your age. And see, as older YouTubers, I gotta get in the young world too. Because see, really, y'all are the ones that get the most views, to be honest. Because y'all have that technology talent. I have it too, but check this out. My technology talent, I'm not gonna lie, starting out in college, my major was like computer applications, data entry, law. Later, I got more into law, but my interest, even from a child, my grandmother had me in computer school, y'all. So, and I'm very grateful for her for that. She had me, yeah. So yeah, Daniel, I got you. That's gonna make him feel good, that you did that for him. So, yeah, and great job with your playlist. And then I'm going to create the playlist that I mentioned, Emo Boy. And it's going to be called just that. I mentioned Emo Boy. I'm creating it right now. So let me go here. I'm just going to add any old video to it. And then when this live is over, I'm going to add this live to it. So I'm going to do new playlist, and I'm going to say I mentioned MENTIONED. I mentioned Emo Boy. Okay. And I'm going to do 3 dots, and I'm going to put it in public, and I'm going to do create. So now I have created another playlist, Emo Boy. Oh, you're welcome, Brantley Harden. Yeah. And I'm going to go to your channel too and start leaving comments. So what I did a screenshot. Okay. And y'all are very smart young men. See, you gotta go. It's nothing wrong with going to young YouTubers channels, right? But if you want to be very, very smart, by the time you're my age, you want to tap into some older people too. I watch YouTubers like this one lady, I think she like 95, y'all. And I'm not that old yet, but I watch her. I think her name is she at least 70 or up. I think she said she 80 something. Yeah, I watch YouTubers that's almost 100, y'all. I sure do. Some mama tell you they 95 or they had their 90th birthday. We have some very up in age, experienced YouTubers. We do. And I watch them. So I created a playlist called I mentioned Emo Boy. So Emo Boy, go to Brantley Harden. Brantley, did you figure out how to start your YouTube playlist? Oh, Emo Boy, who has 82 subscribers? Is that yeah. So I'm gonna go over there and look at your channel. Yeah, so I will be doing that once I get off this live. And what I'll do when I find your channel, I'm gonna leave a comment there. I did the same thing with Emo. So what I do is when I look at it, I leave a, oh, you have 92 subscribers, Brantley? Oh, Emo Boy, Brantley has 82 subs. Okay, congratulations, Brantley Harden. Thank you. That's thanks for telling me that, y'all. Oh, he actually has 92, Emo Boy, not 82. Brantley has 92 subscribers. Good job. Yeah, so I'm gonna go on there and I have to watch your videos, and if I like what I see, Brantley Harden, I will create a playlist for you too on my channel, okay? And I will leave a comment on your channel and let you. I'm not sure what your content is about, so I have to go on there and watch it. I did the same thing with Emo Boy. I have to go on there and see what your content is like, okay? So anyway, I enjoyed this live. Fluttershy, what happened to you? Did you leave Fluttershy? She probably on there. She probably starting her YouTube channel. I tried to find her channel too, but I was. Oh, Emo Boy's like yourself. Yeah, because y'all are following the normal pattern. So Emo Boy and Brantley Harden and Emo Boy, y'all are following the normal pattern of a small channel, and your channels will be monetized. Just keep trying to click on live. You may already be monetized. To be monetized, you just need 50 subscribers. So both of you have 50 subscribers. So go under your when you click on the plus button to add your videos, click on live. And if you're eligible to do lives, it's going to tell you to wait 24 hours. So both of y'all should go. So you already know how to upload. So when you click that plus button and it says video live, let me see what it says when you click on the plus button. The plus button at the bottom, and it'll say video, live, or post. Start writing in your post too. Go to my post and see how I write things. So if you click on live, because to do lives, you need at least 50 subscribers. And both of y'all have 50 subscribers. And what happened when you tried to do a live, Emo Boy? Because if it says you need to wait 24 hours, that means you're monetized. So that means you need to go get your YouTube money too and find out where your check is at. Because when you're monetized, there's a check waiting on you somewhere. Okay, so Brantley, what do you mean Emo Boy copied and pasted? What does that mean? Oh, y'all silly. I like the interaction. Yeah, and Brantley Harden, thank you so much for subscribing to Emo Boy. That was very kind of you. Emo Boy, did you know Brantley Harden subscribed to you? And make sure y'all are both subscribed here as well. So if you have not clicked subscribe and click on the bell so that you get all notifications. Yeah, Emo Boy, you got a new subscriber. You sure do. And that's why it's an advantage to come to these small channels. Because see, on this small channel, I can notice y'all more. And yeah, I can notice you more. And you can get subscribers. See, you can go to those big channels all day long, but that don't mean you're gonna get more subscribers from there, if you know what I mean. So here you're getting subscribers. So that's why it's smart to come here too. It's very smart to come here. Yeah, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong coming here. You really can't. And thank you so much for the engagement here on the live. It's a good thing, and it helps me out too. Cause you know, when you first start doing lives, y'all, there's a discomfort in it. It just really is. And so when y'all communicate in the live more, it makes me not so shy. Because believe it or not, YouTubers are shy. Even Emo Boy admitted his shyness. So it's kind of like, you know, I know we online and stuff, but it does not mean we are not human beings that have real emotions. So some of the biggest YouTubers are shy, y'all. You know, some YouTubers, you may see them in public and they barely can talk. They so shy. I used to be very, very shy. Very, very shy. And so, you know, being involved in acting and stuff like that, you know, when I was a kid, all of that helps with shyness. I'm going through some of these comments. I could see why I could definitely see why people have moderators. I do. Hold on. I'm trying to like work on these comments. Hold on. Cause I'm taking my notes. I have to. You got a hater, Emo Boy? Who is your hater? Cause we all gonna have them. If you're trying to do anything public with your life, I don't care how small or big you are going to have jealous-hearted people. Cause that's what a hater is a jealous-hearted individual that is actually, you know what a hater is doing most, y'all? what somebody that's jealous of you is doing, I don't feel jealousy. It's just not one of my emotions, right? And I'm grateful for that. But the way to not feel jealous is to have genuine confidence. So, genuine confidence will prevent jealousy. It really will. It will prevent a lot of that. So I'm trying to get control of these comments. Hold on. So that I can reference them later. And Emo Boy, thanks for supporting Brantley Harden. Before I was a YouTuber, I was a moderator on a channel. But then the guy I was a moderator on his channel, he got cancer, y'all, and got really, really sick. He had to come off YouTube for a while because he had like a real, real bad skin cancer. He sure did. He was a black man. And my soul just went out to him because that skin cancer, it ate him up, y'all. It was horrible. And you know, like y'all, I'm a skin person. And so I didn't like that he got that. I'm not his Lord. But what was weird though with that particular brother, I kind of stayed off his channel because he was a religious man. And one time I was it was a debate and I was suggesting to him that he don't eat pork. And he kind of went off on me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. And then right after that, he got skin cancer. He sure did. And I ain't saying this because he got was eating pork, y'all. I can't say why he got skin cancer, but I know I was talking to him about better eating habits. And he wasn't grateful. Like the thing is, if somebody has a different perspective than you and they're supporting your channel and coming in your lives, it's not good to do that narcissistic snapping out on your subscribers. I've never unsubscribed to them. I never unsubscribed to him, but hold on, I'm still trying to work on these comments. But at the same time, he had a lot of people in his live. And I didn't like how he talked to me. I didn't. But, you know, I still say subscribe to him. But, you know, subscribers, you want people to view your channel too. Not just be subscribers. But then, like I said, he got sick and stuff. And so when I went back to his channel, he was like really sick. Yeah, so yeah, thanks for saying sorry for him. But my thing is, you know, sometimes the Lord trying to save your life. So I was on there telling that brother, you know, pork ain't good and recommending to him not to eat that stuff. See, I don't mess with pork like that, and I ain't got no skin cancer. So that's the bottom line. If it's a food or meat that I decide not to indulge in and put in my body, I'm gonna get the benefit of it. And he claimed to be a religious man, and so that's one of the things. I made it to the age I'm at because I don't mess with pork like that. And then when I eat meat, I'm not a big meat eater, but when I do eat it, I make sure it's fully cooked, y'all. I'm not gonna eat no uncooked chicken and get no salmonella and all of that stuff. I make sure my stuff is completely cooked. Oh, emo boy, your hater is like a kid. His name is Rizzy. You too short or something? Oh, you gonna have that. Yeah. Oh yeah, emo boy. I show my face. I just don't have a proper studio. And so I just like doing my lives just the way I am right now. Because when I show my face, I like to look kind of pretty. Yeah. So I got videos where I show my face here. They're on my channel. Just go to my videos. I'm on here. I'm a light complected black lady, so you'll see me. So yeah, so that particular YouTuber, he got cancer, y'all. And so he was off the air. I'm gonna go check him out too and see where he's at. He still has the skin cancer. I checked him out like a couple of months ago. But you know, when he went off on me, I supported him real good, y'all. I was a real big supporter, and I was one of his moderators. And all because I just said is pork ain't a good food. He just snapped out on me. And he had a lot of people in his live because he had over 20,000 subscribers. So he had a good 200 to 300 people probably in his live. So when there's a lot of people in the live, all those people is hearing him go off on me like that. And I was one of his moderators. Why would you talk to your moderator in that matter? It was very misogynistic. And then at that time, he didn't have skin cancer. Then within like 6 months or something, right after he went off on me on his live, next thing you know, he looking all burnt up. Stop eating pork chops, dog. I'm still gonna say what I said. Stop putting the pig in your body. Your skin will be prettier. I have beautiful skin. My skin is so pretty, but I don't eat a lot of shit. I watched this video years ago, y'all. They leave a cooked pork chop on the ground. It's an old video. And beef is different, y'all. If you leave an old piece of cooked beef or raw beef, the insects that grow off of it are different than pork. Yeah, pork. Yeah, pork is this is the thing. The pig doesn't have sweat pores, okay? And the pig is a animal that's meant to clean the earth. So the pig eat anything. The pig eats garbage and it eats all kind of bad stuff. Cows don't eat that way. Cows eat healthier than the pig does. So if you're gonna eat an animal and cook an animal, wouldn't you want to eat the animal that eats healthier? Pigs are meant to clean the earth. A pig is a disgusting animal. And I don't care, even if you're not a Muslim or whatever, I stopped eating pig. I eat it rarely, y'all. You know, sometimes like pepperoni pizza, but now they got beef pepperoni. You know, very rarely, but I'm not frying up no pork chops. You will find no pig meat in my freezer. It is just a disgusting animal. And from a biblical point of view, we're not supposed to be eating animals that clean the earth. I don't care if it ain't in the Bible, because that's what the YouTuber I'm talking about that ended up getting the skin cancer that went off on me in the live. The pig has been linked to disease, y'all. People that eat pig, it's been linked to disease. And I just don't feel it's good for your skin. I ain't got no damn skin. I told the brother stop eating pig. You gotta be careful not listening, y'all. I mean, the Lord could have put like a punishment on him for that. I was just coming in as a woman of the Lord, because he was on his live telling people to eat pork chops and shit, telling them it's okay. But some of those people in the live, they might remember me. They might have listened, because they might have said, damn, remember when he was going off on the sister that was telling him not to eat pork chops? Now look at him. Looking like a piece of fried black chicken. Sure do. That skin cancer tore that brother's pretty skin up. And he lost weight. Don't eat pork chops. And bleach your tub out too. Bleach that tub and get you some SOS pads and get the dirt from all around the tub. Bacteria. And don't take your tub water and wash your face. Whatever you sit your ass in should not go on your face. I don't care how clean you think your ass is. These is health tips that I follow. That's why I don't have that shit on my face like that. You don't see no herpy looking bumps. You don't see that shit on me. Too much alcohol eats your skin up too. I use from the Ultra, I buy a black charcoal mask. Let me see, I could look it up right now. I gotta cash out my son, y'all. Yeah, I get it from the Ultra. It's the Origins brand. Okay, so the Origins, ORIGINS, Origins Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask. I buy this from the Ultra. It's a beauty store, okay? Origins, ORIGINS, Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask. Charcoal is CHARCOAL mask. So that's a good thing for the skin, to keep the skin. I don't use it every day. I use it as needed. It also tightens the skin and keeps the skin tight. Don't use hot water on your face and you'll be fine. You'll be beautiful. You should be 95 and nobody know it. You really can actually look similar to what you did when you was young. You can. You just can't. You got to watch what you eat and stuff like that, y'all. So, yeah, so I'm glad I could help. Emo Boy, thank you for starting the playlist and supporting Daniel. And I appreciate you so much. When I communicate with Daniel will be coming on a live to thank you. I'm going to suggest to Daniel that he do a video on his channel to thank Emo Boy for your support. Daniel knows how to do all that AI stuff too. And Emo Boy, you may know that too. I don't know how to do AI videos. But Daniel knows how to do all that stuff that I just don't know how to do. So anyway, thank you so much for the likes. And please share the video. I appreciate you sharing the video. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.